Asian Network.
At the end of the day, if you've broken up with them, you're meant to forget about that person, and it's more it's a privacy thing as well. Yes, you allowed someone to see your naked pictures, and at the end of the day, it didn't work out, and you should really delete it out of respect as well. And if it's a guy, like out of respect for that woman, they should delete it, and vice versa, to be honest. Like, come on, I know we all have beautiful bodies. I actually done a little shoot in Myland Park with my friend topless because I felt really hot. But anyway, let me just tell you something. So we all have beautiful bodies, right? We all love ourselves, right? Now, can you imagine your naked self on someone else's phone, especially when they're nothing to do with you anymore?
Okay, I really like you laying that out. But go on, I think you've got something to say, haven't you, Gaurav?
Me?
Yeah.
I do agree with the respect thing 100%. I think it's very important respect.
Well, if you're on the other side, that respect is out the window. I'm sorry.
Let him speak. Let him speak. Go on.
But the other person shouldn't have sent them in the first place. Because now they've gone on your phone, it's yours, isn't it? Them pictures are yours. I'm not saying obviously keep them. Obviously, but you have a mourning period after you break up with a person.
Yeah.
I'm not talking for myself, but I'm saying generally, I know people who have gone through that mourning period, but they've got the pictures and they don't want to delete them because they don't know if they've actually broken up.
Right, so for you it's about the sending. The wrong was done when the pictures were sent,
Exactly.
not when they're being...
Don't send them in the first place.
Damini, you're shaking your head.
Okay,
Hold on, let Damini come in.
I just think, if someone sent you those photos, they sent you them out of respect because they were in a relationship with you. After you end that relationship, that respect, like, you should have the respect for that person to delete them. Why do you need that on your phone? And if you don't know whether the relationship's over or not, you still delete them. If they're really if you're actually going to get back with them, if they want to send you some more, they'll resend you. Like, why do you need to keep somebody else's photos and not and if they're your ex as well, why do you want that on your phone? Why do you want to keep looking at them?
I'm laughing because Bhavna's making a face like she can smell something. Why are you so disgusted?
Dal mein kuch kala hai.
Go on, yeah, kya kala hai? Go on.
Basically, I've known people to actually keep pictures of their ex. Not just sexual ones, but obviously memories and stuff. For me personally, I would say that it should be done and dealt with. Like, once you've broken up with the person, you should delete them because you're stopping yourself from moving on, sort of thing. And if you're in another relationship, for example, if your current partner sees it, that's like a big no.
So you're saying it more from the perspective of it's bad for you because you're not going to get over that person and it has the potential to ruin your relationship. I want to just focus on the point that Gaurav made a second ago about it is the responsibility of the sender. Okay? So tell me, unpack that for me. So Bhavna, first of all, do you think the sender should, because we live in a time where we all have our phones constantly, is there an element of it where you think the sender should be thinking, okay, how much does this relationship mean to me? Is it going to be there in 6 months, a year? Should I be sending this picture with my ding dong on my nunu hanging out?
Oh God. Well, to be honest, it depends because it is up to the person that's sending it. Like, if you trust the person that you're sending it to enough, then yeah, fair enough. Everyone has a little, flirty flirt with
doesn't
pictures.
everyone trust the person that they're with at the time? It's 6 months or years later when you split up that you don't trust.
Yeah, that's why you have to really think about these things before you do them because you're potentially digging yourself a hole.
100%.
I mean,
agree with that.
I've had a close personal friend who's had pictures, sent to her current partner, and it's gone terribly wrong.
So she's had her pictures from her old relationship sent to her current partner.
Yes.
And obviously don't name any names or anything here. But in the pictures, is she having sex in the pictures?
No, not having sex exactly, but it's like, oh yeah, well, I've been there, done that. Sort of like a Ray J, I did it first sort of thing.
So this is right.
It wasn't nice, I'll tell you that.
So there's an element of slut shaming there, isn't there? That's what is happening.
Yeah.
I mean, that is something that needs to be challenged, isn't it? Because we're all human beings, we're all having sex, aren't we?
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah.
Not so much.
I mean,
what families listen to this,
I mean, if the family's listening, of course, no one is having sex.
Never that.
But I don't know, Sugapuff, what I'm really saying is, this idea that we shame other people because they have had sex, because they've got a body, because they've got their body. It's all the same stuff ultimately. So don't we need to be challenging that idea?
I'm lost what you said, I'll be honest. You know what?
So the
You
idea.
guys are talking too much. It's messing up my brain. Where the hell do I get time to think?
Look at me.
And look, it's like, what time is it? It's like 10:38.
Is it
I should
past-
be eating my rice and curry now and
Is it-
getting into bed. That's what I should be
Is it
doing.
past your bedtime?
It
No,
is.
I'll
I'm sorry
break it.
about that.
I'll break it down for you. So what I'm saying is the idea. So Bhavna told the story about her friend
Yep.
being sent pictures from a previous partner who was sending it to the current partner, saying, "Look, I've already been with your girlfriend."
Yeah, but the thing is, yeah, right, let me tell you, right. So, with me growing up, I grew up in a multicultural place, and like I had transitions with different types of people. So when I look at my journey, I spent a lot of time with Asian people and black people as I was growing up. Then I went to college, and it was a full mix of different types of people. And then when I left college, uni, and all that sort of stuff, I got into this Asian world, which it was like a new territory, honestly. Like everything for me was so bizarre because things that wouldn't be normal to me, I just find so shocking. Like, for example, and when I talk about generally in Asians don't respect women. Let's get that straight. The man always
Really?
wants-
Isn't that a sweeping generalization?
No. When it comes to sex, let me tell you, when it comes to sex, they don't talk about sex in a romantic way. That is the truth. Not everyone's like that, of course. At the end of the day, it's been fed to us. Do you get what I mean? It's not to me. Well, I didn't take that stuff in. But I'm just saying, just generally, I've seen how Asians behave with nudes. Like, I've got friends that are artists, music artists and all that. And they share girls' nude pictures. And I even tell whoever I know, them, that's freaking, like, why are you doing that? Why would you do that?
Sugapuff, I think there's a really, really important point here. A few of you shaking your heads, but doesn't Sugapuff make an important point about the fact that in our cultures, traditionally, we often view sex as a thing about property. We often see it as if you've screwed someone, they're your property. So, in all seriousness, I want to put you guys on the spot. And if you're not comfortable, then just tell me. But have any of you, would you say you have had the experience of sending pictures of yourself? So maybe you're not sexually active, but regardless of whether you are or not, sending pictures of yourself to a person you're in a relationship with.
Yeah.
So Damini, first of all, what did you say?
No.
You said no. And Gaurav?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
talk me through, and I want you
Hey,
to
family, I'm sorry about this, innit? I was young.
So I want you to set the scene for me.
All
Tell
right.
me how long have you been with this person? Where
All right.
what happened? Come on.
Basically, back in 90. No, I'm joking. No. No, obviously, I was in love. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes you're just, when you're in love, you do certain things. So, just one of those nights. No, I'm gassing. No, I'm joking. No, it was just like one.
You know you're going red. You're going red.
Like, baby, you know what you're missing.
If you're listening, yeah, that was joking. No. So yeah, that's it really. Just she sent it, I sent it, back and forth for a little while, then just stopped.
Okay.
But back to the question, yeah, no, I have. I'll be honest. Hands
You
down.
have. Is this someone that you're currently with, or you split up
No.
with? Was there ever any repercussion?
No.
No.
This is when I was in uni though, so I was quite younger.
You were younger.
Yeah.
Was there ever a feeling afterwards, maybe when you'd split up, that those pictures are still living on someone's phone somewhere?
Now I kind of look back because like obviously because I'm a musician and stuff, it's a little bit important to think obviously of certain things before your career. I'm sure we all probably think of that as well. So now sometimes I sit there and think.
When you said now, I thought you meant now we're doing this show.
Oh no. Now I'm like, wait, nah. But sometimes you think if something, I don't know, I'm not saying I'm going to become the next Kanye, but I'm saying that someone could eventually put them out or leak them out and it could ruin a career.
Sure. So there's a point that you
Or
might...
it can make your career like Kim K.
Yeah, clearly.
Positives to it. There's positives to it.
It absolutely could, but there's a serious point to that because regardless of whether you're a musician or you graduate uni and you go work for a bank or those pictures are going to be out there. So would that be, I know the rest of you've never even sent these pictures, but I mean,
Can I just add something? Can I just say something?
Of course you can, Sugapuff.
Obviously, if you're going to be taking nudes, make sure you look good. If just in case they get out, you look good in them, you're happy with them. That's it. If you're going to be taking them, that's how you should be taking them. That's all I.
Okay,
that's all
give us some advice then. What is the ideal way to take them?
Well, you just in it.
Without
make
effing on
sure you have a
blinding.
nice smile and everything.
Smile.
Make sure you shave your armpits. Make sure you look good. Make sure like the pose is on point. Make sure you look like you are the boss. That's all I'm saying.
So hold on. So let me get this straight. So Sugapuff's practical advice is have a nice smile and shave your armpits.
Yeah, shave your armpits, shave body hair. Unless you want body hair. There's no problem with body hair. Like honestly, if you want to show that, if you want to show it, you can. But all I'm saying is BD is like, just think of a model. Like, do you get what I mean? Think of a model. Think of a statue. When you take him, you just need to feel like I don't know, some sort of statue or something. If you're gonna take him,
That's
to be honest, I'm not gonna lie. Listen, right? I'm like now it's the biggest I've been. I'm 25 stones. I'm always taking naked pictures, but just in case they somehow get out of my phone, honestly, I pose like a statue and everything. Like you know these statues that you see in Rome, in Rome and all that. You know, like they just stand.
So you're comparing yourself to a Greek goddess?
Yeah, that's how I try and
this
pose.
is really
anyway.
important. This is really important. So Sugapuff, seriously. So you are you 25 stone at the moment?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, okay.
I can't believe it.
No, and do you?
Yeah.
But it's just like as it drops in the group or whatever on WhatsApp, it's everyone just like, oh my god, well, you see that? It's mad. Why does she do that? But
Right, so you mean there's judgments made about her because it's a
100%,
girl, but if
exactly.
it's
No,
an
but-
Indian
yeah.
boy, then
And then it's like, oh, he's sick. Do you know what I mean? Or, wow, man. But now, like, personally, myself, I find that 100% that's wrong. Do you know what I mean? If a boy or a girl, you're doing something that's bad at the end of the day. But some people obviously see it in a different light. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, you would want equal amounts.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wrong in the first place, whatever you are. Do you know what I mean?
So how can we go about changing that? Because I don't know if you guys have seen, there's all these groups, there's Facebook groups like Spotted Asians.
Yeah,
yeah,
seen
yeah.
They
them,
will,
yeah.
they will often, I've seen revenge porn on there that people will just upload. And when you look at the people commenting and stuff, they are our peers. They're people who are, broadly our age, the second, third generation British Asians who are commenting, are slut shaming, are saying this is terrible and so forth. So how do you go about changing that? Bhavna?
See, you can't really change what people say. However, people should think about what they're saying before they actually say it, because at the end of the day, what you're saying is going to affect that person in that video. She will probably see it, or he or she, it could be a girl or a boy. They'll see it and they'll see, horrible things said about them. They'll be seeing themselves being judged for no particular reason. That person's probably oblivious to the fact that this is online, and when they do come across it, they're going to be like, oh my God, that's me. Imagine how that person's gonna feel inside. Like, it's not nice to have that thrown at you out of the blue sort of thing. So, just be nice, man. Guys, just be nice to people. Things happen,
But often people aren't nice. Sugapuff, what did you just say?
Revenge porn is it's just I feel sorry for these people that go through it, because it was something that was meant to be private and something secret that they shared, and then it goes online. Like anyone who does agree with revenge porn or condones it, whatever, honestly, they just need what is it? What is it? A flip flop thrown at them. That's what they need. A flip flop thrown at them, and hit them on the ear how it hurts, and then say, this is wrong. This is not allowed. And I'm not a violent person, but I'm just saying, I don't know why people, in this day and age as well, when on Facebook things are shared of a woman, imagine she's wearing a sari and her part is accidentally showing, and it's everyone's shaming her for it. And it's really sad to see, there's more negative than... I just add something to that,
Of course
sorry.
you can, Sugapuff. I
At
knew
the
you
end
were
of the
gonna.
day, what type of relationship is that if there's insecurities? I'm sorry, that ain't love, that's just fake. Think about it, you're insecure in a relationship, thinking about the ex. At the end of the day, you should have trust in them, you should have faith in them, you're going out with them. At the end of the day, if you're not happy with them, or if you keep on, I don't know, just thinking they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that ain't right.
I don't know,
That ain't good.
Damini, Gaurav, Bhavna, any of you, do you disagree with that?
Yeah, because if someone's got that photo on their phone, or they've got their number, or they're messaging that person, why are they going to do that? If they were as in love with if they were as in love with you as you were with them, then why would they need that in their phone?
Okay, I've actually known people that was in a relationship and they're just friends now.
Nah.
can't
You
be
can't be
friends
friends
with
with
your
your
ex.
ex. You cannot be friends with your ex.
Okay.
Things
My
went too
mistakes.
far. You cannot do that. That's a lie. That's a lie. You're lying to yourself.
Technically, it's possible, but in your experiences, that would
Nah.
never work out.
Nah.
No, but
What, be
generally-
friends with an ex?
Yeah.
Nah.
I wouldn't mind being friends with one of my exes.
Has it worked out
Would
for
they
any
want to
of
be
you?
friends with you?
Probably not.
just be honest with me. Have any of you actually maintained a friendship with an ex?
I've
No.
tried.
No.
I've tried.
You tried, what happened?
It failed. Completely failed.
It just didn't. It
no,
went wrong.
no, it was like, we're mates, whatever, meet up. And then all of a sudden it'll be like, oh yeah, you're gonna stay over? No,
Whoa.
no. What do you
See?
think this is? Nah.
So there's
mate.
boundaries that are
There's
being
boundaries,
crossed.
yeah. And then obviously, like, even when I moved away and stuff, I kept in touch with the guy, and it was like constant calls. And then I get a picture from him in the hospital, and I was like, what? Then I tried to check up on him because as the person that I am, not that I care about him in general, but like as a person, I'm like, oh, the poor guy, he's in hospital.
What,
The
so
guy
hold
aired
on.
me off. I was like, what?
Did the picture of him in
actually, you
hospital have
care.
any context, or it was just a picture of him in
It
hospital?
was a picture of him in hospital. It was like, oh yeah, I want you to worry about me and I want you to, cry your eyes out. And I was like, oh, okay, you know what? I'm not crying, but I'll still check up on you. And then when I checked up on him, it was like, airtime. What? Okay, yeah, you taking the mick. All right, cool, carry on.
So you
Enjoy
would
your
say
life.
there's a
Bye.
boundary that shouldn't be crossed.
There's a
and-
boundary that should not be crossed.
Okay.
And when exes are friends, it tends to be crossed,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you're amongst each other.
I want you to all turn your attention now, because as we know, we've all heard these stories, these kind of horror stories, urban legends that become of people that have not only sent pictures of themselves to the person that then becomes their ex, but then these pictures have gone on to be shared.
But it's just like, as it drops in the group or whatever on WhatsApp, it's everyone just like, oh my God, well, you see that? It's mad. Why did she do that? But then-
Right, so you mean there's judgments made about her because it's a
100%,
girl, but
exact-
if it's
no,
an
but-
Indian
yeah.
boy, then
And then it's like, oh, he's sick. Do you know what I mean? Oh, wow, man. But now, like, personally, myself, I find that 100% that's wrong. Do you know what I mean? If a boy or a girl, you're doing something that's bad at the end of the day. But some people obviously see it in a different light. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, you would want equal amounts.
100%,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wrong in the first place, whatever you are. Do you know what I mean?
So how can we go about changing that? Because I don't know if you guys have seen, there's all these groups, there's Facebook groups like Spotted Asians.
Yeah,
yeah,
seen
yeah.
They
them,
will,
yeah.
they will often, I've seen revenge porn on there that people will just upload. And when you look at the people commenting and stuff, they are our peers. They're people who are, broadly our age, the second, third generation British Asians who are commenting, are slut shaming, are saying this is terrible and so forth. So how do you go about changing that? Bhavna?
See, you can't really change what people say. However, people should think about what they're saying before they actually say it, because at the end of the day, what you're saying is going to affect that person in that video. She will probably see it, or he or she, it could be a girl or a boy. They'll see it and they'll see, horrible things said about them. They'll be seeing themselves being judged for no particular reason. That person's probably oblivious to the fact that this is online, and when they do come across it, they're going to be like, oh my God, that's me. Imagine how that person's gonna feel inside. Like, it's not nice to have that thrown at you out of the blue, sort of thing. So, just be nice, man, guys. Just be nice to people. Things happen,
But often people aren't nice. Sugapuff, what did you just say?
Revenge porn is it's just I feel sorry for these people that go through it, because it was something that was meant to be private and something secret that they shared, and then it goes online. Like, anyone who does agree with revenge porn or condones it, whatever, honestly, they just need what is it? What is it? A flip flop thrown at them. That's what they need. A flip flop thrown at them, and hit them on the ear how it hurts, and then say, this is wrong. This is not allowed. And I'm not a violent person, but I'm just saying, I don't know why people, in this day and age as well, when on Facebook things are shared of a woman, imagine she's wearing a sari and her part is accidentally showing, and it's everyone's shaming her for it. And it's really sad to see, there's more negative than positive comments. No one will say, no, that is wrong. They think it's normal to slut shame a woman.
Don't hold back,
That's what
Sugapuff.
they do.
Sugapuff says it's a mental illness in the Asian community. Damini?
I just think people need to grow up Like, why are you doing this? Like, just educate yourself. Know that it's wrong to do that. Be a good person in this world. Like, spread positivity, not negativity. Why do you need to do that? What are you going to gain out of shaming somebody else? Like, I don't understand that. Like, why would you do that? You're not going to be a better person. You're not going to get anything out of it. You're just going to be known as that person who was that upset or that vengeful for that person that you're in a relationship with. If anything, it makes you look more like an idiot than anything else, because you're the one who's still upset and hurt that you have to keep doing all this stuff just to get back at that person. It's ridiculous. But what you were saying, what Sugapuff was saying about how we've been brought up with a certain mindset. Certain people have been brought up with morals that have been embedded into them, where like, it's a shame to say it, but some families have embedded into their kids, like, if you see a girl who's done this and that's bad, but if a guy's done it, then it's fine. And it's still going on today, and I can see how that would affect, like, that would, like, what's that word called? I've lost the word. But like, how it would affect someone in this situation, how like, if they sent a photo, it would make the girl look worse than the guy, and the guy's the one who's sending it, and the guy's the one, and the guy could have done it as well, but they're not going to be looked at in the same light.
So I think this is a really important point in our communities, as awful as it might be, and maybe you think it generally as well, so it's not only an Asian issue, so just tell me what you think. But I would say, and this is just my opinion, that women therefore are more vulnerable if they are deciding to send pictures to someone. If they're sending pictures to a man, for example, then a man sending pictures to a woman, and that's not actually fair, is it?
Okay. I think
Yeah.
you shouldn't be doing it anyway. You shouldn't be sharing pictures, whether it's a man or woman. I actually know really
I
nasty
disagree.
girls.
But just let's be specific. Why do you say you shouldn't be doing it? Just explain that.
No, I'm saying, like, whether you're a man or a woman. See, now, if you're gonna, whether you're a man or a woman, it's both. It's wrong for both, because
But why is it wrong? Why is it wrong?
You shouldn't be sharing someone's nudes. That's why.
No. It's
but
wrong
if
to
you're
say
sharing
but
your
if you're
own-
sharing your own, I'm asking you.
Or if you're sharing your own, sorry, I'm.
do you think that's wrong?
Sharing it on where, sorry?
So if you're sharing your pictures and
On
you're
the
sending them
internet.
to your
Okay.
other half,
Yeah, okay.
do you think there's anything wrong with that?
All right.
Well, you might be
the thing is,
creating a spark.
at the end of the day, yeah, you're right. She's right. You
You
might
know,
be
some
creating a
people need
spark.
that.
And at the end of the day, people get lonely at night. They need to do something, so they got to swap pictures and all that. But all I'm saying is, if you're going to send a picture to someone, obviously you trust them. You're not going to be stupid and send it to a stranger, like proper stranger, unless you're just sexually active and you want that and you enjoy that.
Some people do that though.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie,
absolutely.
some
Which
people.
again, some
That's what I was
people
gonna
do that.
say, like, because I just realised halfway through the show that it's about exes. I just genuinely thought it was. I didn't want to say it, innit? But no, a lot of people do that. They do it. Like, that's what Snapchat started off as.
Yeah,
Like, I know
yeah,
it genuinely
exactly
did.
like that,
I remember when Snapchat first came out and people were like, "Oh, bro, have you got that thing, man? Yeah, but we can get girls' nudes, man. 5 seconds and it goes." I'm just like, that's mad. Why do I want that?
Completely. So listen,
5 seconds.
Like, Gaurav, I've got a question for you.
Oh, why me?
Just because I saw you kind of religiously checking your phone whilst I was playing tunes. So,
Yo.
and you were kind and honest and open enough earlier to say that in the past you have been you have sent pictures of yourself.
Yeah.
So I want to know, and it's all for all of you, but Gaurav first. If you were getting into a relationship with someone and they were sending you pictures, they instigated it. On any level, do you think you'd make a judgment about the kind of person they were?
Wait, sorry, say that again. So I'll listen.
So if you were getting into it, so it's the first few weeks of a relationship,
brand new relationship,
fully
into her, she's into me,
and she starts sending the pictures of herself to you first. Does that change your respect level, how you feel about her? Does it put her in a certain zone? Does it mean that the relationship will go a particular way? Or are you just open-minded? Be honest. I know this is putting you on the spot, but be completely honest.
I'm quite open-minded. I don't really care what people do, to be honest. You live your life. I don't know, it depends how serious I am. Like, right now, I'm not really at that marriage level, so I don't really know if I'd respect it as much. Depends on if I'm really into the girl or not. Do you know what I mean? If we, like, because I'm not in that boat at the moment, or I'm not looking for it at the moment, so I don't really know what it'd be like. But probably, if she did send it without me asking, or I don't know if I'd ask that at 24 though. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I'd ask that now. But if she just randomly sent it, then I probably would feel a little bit like, oh, wait, why did you send that?
Really? So would that, and I'm really putting you on the spot, but would that, as you said, I'm not kind of. How old are you?
24.
Yes, you're not looking for
No.
a wife right now, but would it take a possible fiance out of the running?
No, not if I'm at that fiance level. No.
What if you weren't at that fiance
We'll talk about it.
You
I'll kind
talk
of put
about
the card
it.
on the table and be like, yo, babe, why did you send me these pictures? Why did you do that? You could have spoke about this. You know what I mean? I could have took the pictures for you. Why did you do that? And then obviously we can talk from there. Probably give her a little hug, a little kiss on the cheek, and then just watch a movie and chill.
Yeah, when you say you'd ask, I'm really interested in this. When you say I'd ask why she took the picture, are you just kidding? Or on a level, do you think there's a seriousness to it in the sense that if you are sending those kind of pictures and instigating, would it make you question the person's motivations?
Instantly, I do. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I'm really into a girl and I'm speaking to her and she sent me pictures, then I'll be like, wait, do you send them to everyone else then? That comes into my mind straight away, and I don't want it to. I know it's a stupid thing to do, but it does just come straight like, wait, why?
Can I hear from the females, please?
Ooh.
Go on, Damini. Why are you putting a face? Why are you putting a face? Go on, just say what
Because
you
the thing is, I think I would be the same in the sense I wouldn't talk to that guy again if I'm being honest. I
You just wouldn't talk to the
that's
guy
true.
again.
Yeah, I
what if
think-
he'd sent a picture?
Yeah, because I don't want to see. Yeah, I don't want a photo. If I haven't asked you for something, don't send me it because obviously don't want it. And I don't know. I just feel like if you're getting that vibe, like you are, like ask somebody, like be mature about it. Just be like, okay, like what are you feeling right now? Like, do you want a picture or not? Like if you are mature about the situation and you ask that person like, how are you feeling? Is this something you want to do? And they say no, fair enough, then that person's cool. But if you're just randomly sending me photos of yourself, I don't want to see all of that. I didn't ask for
I don't
it.
think anyone wants to
That's
see
just
that.
wrong.
Yeah, I didn't ask for that.
That's like invading someone's privacy.
Yeah, like I
is.
no, I didn't ask for that.
But hold on, listen, I need to make myself clear. I'm not talking about, whilst you're eating your cereal and then your phone pings and it's breakfast time and there's just a picture of a random dick there. I'm not suggesting that. What I'm saying...
Banana for breakfast.
What? Banana No, what I'm saying is maybe the other person, sometimes we misjudge things via text. Maybe, you said good night,
Yeah, but you
sweetheart.
can ask.
Okay.
You could be like, oh yeah, so like, are you okay if I like? Okay. What about at one time, like, you're starting this relationship and you guys, have the conversation, like, are we together? Are we official? Like, that kind of conversation. Then maybe bring it up there. Like, if that's your
There
kind
needs-
of...
yeah, there needs
like,
to
if
be
you're
a
that kind
build
of
up a level
guy, then
to
just
it.
ask, like, oh, how do you feel about these things? Like, are you for it? Are you not? And then you gauge, like, what that person would like. And then if you find out that person's like, nah, I don't want that, then don't send it.
So in your view, there is an etiquette to sexting, effectively. Yeah.
Okay,
There's a way to do it.
can I say
Sugapuff, come
something?
in. Yeah, of course you can.
All right, so obviously you shouldn't send nudes if the person asking for it or they're not suggesting you shouldn't send it. But I used to work with a colleague, right? And that colleague told me she sent her nudes to a guy that she's getting to know. And it wasn't, and then I said, so why'd you send it? Like, if you don't want him to know that you sleep around or whatever, because that's what you're showing him. You send pictures to people and you just send it. So then she was like, no, it's not actually, because it's not about the sex. It's about, I don't feel happy with my body. So I thought, she was like, look, I sent my picture for that. I want to see if the guy's interested in me, because if he doesn't like me, I'd rather just walk away. And for her, it was like, in a relationship, sex is important.
But Sugapuff, this is a really serious point. And if she was suffering with something, is there something there about getting a boost to your own self-esteem by sending those pictures out? Isn't in effect that's what she was doing?
I don't think sending the pictures is the empowering part. I think it's more taking them, because you give yourself a little photo shoot, don't you? So I don't see how it can empower someone by sending their naked photos, because
we all like comments, don't we?
Yeah,
On
you get
social
positive
network.
feedback.
We love it, yeah.
I mean, as long as the face is not in there and there's like a safety zone, the face it shouldn't be in there. Obviously.
Yeah, so if you are not taking pictures of your head, then there's an element of control, isn't there?
Yeah.
Because you can always
there is,
you can always say that wasn't you then, effectively.
Yeah, just it wasn't me.
It just wasn't me. So just closing thoughts before we end this. Do you think you get to a point, an age? Because Gaurav, you said this earlier, you wouldn't really do it now,
No.
and you're only 24.
Yeah.
Do you think you get to an age where you just think, yeah, this is a bit childish
No.
and I'm just not going to do it? Let's go from right to left with Bhavna first and then Gaurav. Bhavna, go for it.
I think at this age, the age that I am, it's childish.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
Yeah.
Gosh, God. Okay, yeah, it's childish to a certain extent if you don't know what exactly is going to happen with that picture. If you trust the person enough, then fair enough, you can send it, because there is an element of sparkles in that sort of, relationship sort of atmosphere. And at this age, I think people should have matured enough to not do the revenge porn and all that rubbish. But yeah, it's a yes and a no from me.
Fine. I think that was a very nuanced, valuable answer. Gaurav.
Yeah, I'd rather get a smiley face instead of a nude. No, I'm joking. No. I think kind of like it's I wouldn't say it's a bad thing at this age, at 20, like I said before, at this age right now, I'm not really bothered about it. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I don't really care. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to be like, oh babe, send me your pictures. No, I don't really care. But 18-year-old me will be like, yeah man, it's so important, trust me, it'll bring out that spark and all this. But no, now, nah,
You've just grown past it.
just can't bother. Social media is going so like that if I do or she does, I'm like, wait, don't send it to me. You're lucky I'm a nice guy. Take it back.
That's
Take it back.
interesting. So in a way, you'd think this is a sign of you're being a bit vulnerable and a bit naive, maybe?
Yeah, because I know social media, we all know social media is booming right now. As soon as your pictures goes on something, that's it, it's done. Do you know what I mean?
It's out there.
It's so easy to get out there, especially with these Facebook pages and stuff like that. Like
And
you're
WhatsApp
risking
groups.
it, 100%.
Yeah.
WhatsApp, like, the
There's
amount of
groups
men
guys
groups there
waiting
are,
for
innit?
them.
Like, you get added to. I don't even know where they come from. Random uncles are in there. I'm like, wait, so what am I doing in this group, bruv? Why am I in here? Yeah, nah, don't
Sound
do it.
advice. Damini.
Yeah, I think the same thing. Like once you get to a certain age, you don't want to. I mean, for me, I've always been in that same headspace where if you don't want something to be out there, then don't do it in the first place. Don't take the photo in the first place. That's just my personal opinion. But I do also think, like, when you do get to a certain age, boys mature, girls mature. Like they just think, well, what's the point? If you want to see something, you can just see them in person.
You can see it in real life.
Yeah.
And Sugapuff.
I don't send nudes, but I do take naked pictures of myself.
You do it for yourself.
Yeah, to see how my belly's changed, how my arms have changed, and all that. But I must say, sometimes I just go for it. I just give myself a photo shoot. I'm like, what if one day I go on Vogue or something on a page and they want to do a nude shoot? I gotta be ready for that.
You've got so for you. There's an element of.
You don't know what
of
someone offers
practice.
me 100K for what I'm like, phone to take a naked picture. I'm like, hell yes, give me the money. I'm getting naked. Give me the 100K. I'm walking. Come on, man, like. Innit?
Yeah,
You never
so it's
know, one day
practice
might-
for you. I guess the key theme that everyone's talking
And
about
I think
is
when you
trust.
look at yourself, I think one thing, like me looking at myself naked, like just generally in front of the mirror, like when I go on the beach and all that, I can go topless and all that. I ain't embarrassed. It's more about a confidence thing where, like, I don't feel embarrassed on my body. I'm big and I like it, and that's it. I'm just on the verge of diabetes at the moment, so I got to tone it down. I
gotta
got to
be
eat
careful.
healthy. I got to go on like healthy juices, which I'm happy. But that's why I'm taking these naked photos to see the difference. How much I put on.
I'm glad it's
how
working
much
for
I've
you.
lost.
Sugapuff, Damini, Gaurav, and Bhavna, thank you so much for joining us.
Network.